Hey, what is up guys, GuitarRock here. Welcome back to another Brown Dust 2 video. So let's talk a little bit more about what's happening in the 2.5th anniversary. Hopefully give you guys a better idea. This video is going to be about which one is going to be the best thing for you to actually pull, right? Right now in this particular banner, because if you go to the draw section right now, I'm sure you guys are aware there's plenty of new things happening right here. So this is going to be two parts of this particular video. The first part is going to be the package selection, and then I want to focus about this particular thing, right? These packages right here. The pool section has a little bit of extra things that you can basically get, and I'm sure there are some of you guys who are new, who are looking into like, okay, what is going to be the best thing to basically pick up or buy right here. There's even this particular special gear selective draw, so this is going to be something that you have to pay attention to as well, right? So first things first, the two most important thing, all right? Number one, this one right here, the 2.5th anniversary special infinite draw. In my opinion, this is going to be one of the best value in the game. Alright, so why is this, right? This is going to be an infinite draw. Basically, you enter here and then you can keep re-rolling. Alright, it's like a re-roll banner. You keep re-rolling until you get how many characters you want. As you can see, you can get up to 3, alright, 3 5 stars right here. Now, if you want to go even more, you can keep re-rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. Just press the draw again and then keep doing this process over and over again. You can basically try to get 4 characters or even 5 characters, right? Now, this package is worth it if you can get up to, I think, 3 to 4 5 stars. They are meta because it only costs $17, right? In my opinion, it gives you way more value because you are guaranteed the character. Now, $17, you can buy quite a lot of things. If you go to the particular, let me just back out from here. If you come to the shop, right? What can $17 get you, right? So some of this package, you know, it could be worth it. There are some of these things that could give you, like, this one is going to give you 60 tickets, all right? And then 2,000 gems is going to be like, 2,000 gems is 10 pulls, right? You guys are aware of that. This is 40 plus 20 plus 10. So this is going to be 70 tickets in total, right? Now, 70 tickets, if you are unlucky, you cannot get anything, right? You can just do 70 pulls and just not get anything, right? But this one is still going to be a good value because you still get quite a lot of these things. You also get the Tears of Goddess, which is going to be very, very valuable for a lot of new players. But I feel like if you have to pick one, right? If you have a priority to pick one, the best thing by far to buy, in my opinion, is going to be this particular one, right? The Infinite Draw, because like I said, a lot of those packages, there's a lot of other packages that you can buy with plenty of good items in them. But starting out, you're going to need characters more than items. Now, I get it, right? It really depends on your account. It also depends on where you're currently at. It also depends on a lot of things. If you're a veteran player with plenty of characters ready, like for me, this one maybe has less value, right? Buying those other packages that gives me resources to power up my characters are going to perhaps be more important because I already have all the characters. But if you're new, you're starting out, you don't have enough characters, the value is going to be right here in this 2.5th anniversary special infinite draw. Again, like I mentioned, this is only worth it if you can get at least up to 3 or 5 stars, right? If you only get one, let me try and redraw this, right? So this one I get 2. Pretty lucky right there actually, right? If I can only get to, if I get one like this, I only got like gray, then it's not worth it. It's not worth $70, right? At that point, it's only worth, like, in my opinion, $3, right? But if you, this one is 3 as well. Now again, I already have all of these. What I wish that they would do, again, I wish they would let you know which characters you have that's 5 star, right? Because I don't know which character I have that's not 5 star, which is +5. Some of these characters, I think I already have Leatrice at +5. Dalvi definitely already has at +5, right? So in my opinion, this is not worth it for me. But it's very hard to get the 3 or 4 characters that you do not own, right? Or you haven't maxed out. So that's also going to depend on your account. So if you have plenty of characters that are +5 already, the value here is going to drop significantly, right? So one more thing that you also should consider is going to be this particular one. So the 12-pick Golden Hand Selective Draw. As you can see, now this one, these 2 banners, don't worry about rushing to buy them because you can see they are going to last until February 12th. So they'll be around for 3 months or so, right? 2 to 3 months. So you have plenty of times. February 12, 2026, you still have plenty of time to decide, right? So this particular 2 banner, so what's the difference, right? This one is going to reroll. You reroll until you get who you want. This one, you basically see right here, 12-pick Golden Hand Selective Draw. So you pick a bunch of costumes right here. You put plenty of characters right here. You put 12 of them, right? 12 of the costumes that you want. You are going to randomly get 3 of them, right? You are going to basically get 3 of the selected costumes will appear. So it is going to be gacha still, right? Because you put 12, but you are going to get, out of that 12, you're going to get 3. So you got to put 12 characters that you want, right? So here's the thing though, right? So here's the important thing is going to be, in my opinion, is this good or is this bad? Again, it's quite RNG because, you know, in most cases, this is going to depend a lot on how many characters you have. If you already have all the characters, so let's say right now, because I happen to have all of these characters that I put here, they are not +5 yet. But a lot of my characters, their meta are already +5. Like for some of these characters, like these 2 later right here, you don't really use them that much. This just you don't really need to use them that much. Alec is not really used at all, even in PvP. Like you can use him, but like there's better options nowadays, right? So a lot of these definitely, if you are looking to collect characters, or if you have a lot of characters that you don't own, I think this is going to be worth it. But in most cases, I don't think this is super worth it, right? For veteran players, but the value is definitely there. So one more thing to consider as well, I just want to briefly mention this because I think some of you guys starting out, maybe you have this as well. So about 5 months ago, I did this particular video called the New Player's Best Choice for Selector Tickets and Selective Draws. So I'm going to get into which characters you should pick. But in this video, you guys should watch this video. Alright, if you guys haven't already, I'll try to link it in the description below. But this is going to be something that's available to new players, right? So if you guys are not aware, the new player will have access to this thing called the Newbie Pass. Alright, and in the Newbie Pass, you can get this recommended 5-star costume selective ticket. Alright, so again, the best choice, I already listed it right here. So this is going to be the best one that I recommend, right? To get Helena, alright? And then you can either get Rafitia is good rare, but you need the bright Rafitia. So you can consider getting the bright Rafitia from this particular costume list. But in the selector here, this particular choice selector, you can't really get her there, right? So that's going to be the stuff. I can't really show you guys in the game because I've already used up all my tickets, right? Oh wait, I actually still have some of it right here. Okay, it's going to be this one right here, right? The one with the, it's a purple looking ticket, but it has the one with the thumbs up. Yes, the one with the thumbs up icon. So make sure you guys go to your inventory, which is your bag right here. So click on your bag right there, and then check right here, right? So this is going to be where it is. So in your bag right here, you are going to find this particular thing. So let's talk a little bit more about this so that you guys get a better idea, right? So who is going to be the best one to pick from here? Has anything changed since back then, right? Nothing has changed since back then. So whatever that I say in this particular video still stands because they haven't added any new character to this particular list, right? So Helena is still, they even recommended you the Helena, Homunculus Lethal, and Unknown Adventure Diana, right? Now Rafitia is good, but not this. This costume is okay, but the bright one is the more important costumes, right? So these 3 are going to be the priority. I would say definitely prioritize in Helena. Out of these 3, the most important one is going to be Helena. Try to target her as much as you can because she will help you a lot. Unfortunately, Liberta is not here. Helena is the best buffer supporter for the magic team, while Liberta is the best buffer and supporter for the physical team, right? So you want to pick her from here, so make sure you guys do that. So again, if you guys are starting out, you are going to get perhaps this particular new player selector choice. So I will link you guys this particular video as well, so from back then. So keep in mind you want to use both of these in conjunction to what we have right now, right? So right now, again, we have this particular new stuff right here. These 2 are going to be new, right? So again, very, very useful. Now, who should you pick, right? For all of these, you know, I've been talking about all of these selector and stuff, but who is going to be the best choice? Obviously, if you pick Helena from the selector right there, you will need to try to get Liberta. Liberta is going to be very, very useful. Again, I do think that she's probably going to be the best one. Even under today, she's going to be the best costume. She's a fire support. You want to get the Nun one. You want to get this particular, the Dark Saintess Liberta. Alright. This is the one that you want to prioritize, okay? Attack increased by 115% for 4 turns and crit rate increased by 50%. So you want to try to get this particular Liberta if you can. You also want to get the other Liberta costume, which is this particular one, alright? So, she is going to give the chain damage here and she also heals, right? Both these Liberta are equally important, right? Both of them are going to be on the same par with each other. Ideally, in most Fiend Hunter, you want to have both Libertas so that they can cycle between each other. They can basically rotate, you know, to be the best supporter, right? So if you only get one and you don't get the other one, it's going to be a bit finicky, right? But ideally, the more important one, if you have to pick one, it's going to be the Dark Centers version, and then this one will be a second priority, right? But these two are going to be one of the top pick for your choice right here. So let me just do it for you guys. I'll just show it to you guys, even though I already have +5. You want to get this one and this one. So the next one, who is going to be the other choices, right? Now Diana is also going to be a good option, but again, she's available in the other selector, so she's going to be of less priority. So right now, that's just going to be how it is. It really depends on what you're looking for, but for supporter, another good one is going to be Therese right here. So this is going to be the Therese. She's going to be very, very good. Unfortunately, Summer Therese is going to be a character or a unit that you cannot opt in anymore. She has a swimsuit variant, but that one is specifically limited. So it's going to be a little bit unfortunate, but I still think this is going to be a good option. So what she does is she gives you the flexibility in basically buffing both attack and magic attack. So she's going to be a character that you can use in like hybrid teams, right? As opposed to be like a specialized supporter. So she's also going to be very, very strong. One of the top recommended ones as well. Now next up, you want to pick the other Helena right here, right? So if you guys are not aware, Helena also has 2 costumes similar to Liberta, right? So you are going to be able to pick the B rank idol Helena from the thumbs up selector, but you also want to get this other Helena to basically give you the SP. Alright, so for those of you who are not aware, you gotta rotate them 2 around, right? So this Helena is also going to be quite crucial. It's going to be quite important. In most cases, she's going to be very, very, very prominent right there. So I do highly recommend to basically target her right here as well, right? Now Raphithia, definitely get the bright one. Alright, the bright one is going to be very, very important. In fact, I would say Raphithia is probably going to be one of the most important characters of all, right? So you are going to basically need to try to get her. Now, if you want to, you can also include this and the swimsuit Raphithia. Now, the truth is, all Raphithia costumes are really, really good, right? So the one that gives you the chain reinforcement is this one, the wedding one, that's a priority. This one is going to give you a little bit of crit damage and give you back SP. Also very useful for cycling. You can cycle between these two, and then you can get the swimsuit one as well. The swimsuit one, it's not useless, but you can get away with not having it because in most cases, you can just cycle between those 2 costumes. Raphithia already has 1 costume that literally has a 1 turn cooldown, right? But this one is also going to be, it's still useful in a lot of Fiend Hunter rotations. It's going to open up a lot of possibilities for you to be able to do a bunch of things, right? So in a lot of cases, I would say definitely get this particular one. One thing that I also want to mention, almost everything here is a supporter, right? These are all support characters. If you're looking for a DPS character, for example, you're looking for the best one currently that the game has to offer, Sacred Justia is going to be one of the best one. Now, she is going to be a very strong character. As you can see, her range is insane, immense range right here. She's going to be able to do a lot of physical damage, and it increases based upon the proportion of target's hit. So the more enemies you hit, the more damage she can do. So I do recommend if you are looking to get a DPS character specifically and you have to pick one, then go for Sacred Justia. Now keep in mind, usually I don't really recommend beginners to go for her too much. The reason why is because she is going to be a bit more expensive. What do I mean by that is she needs dupes, right? A lot of most characters in this game are going to need dupes. But right now, if you are going to get her with just +0, she's going to be a 3 turn cooldown. And what makes her strong is going to be her 1 turn cooldown. And also her range is not, it's not the highest yet. So if you go to you need to +3 her, or +4 her rather, to get it to 1 turn cooldown. So it is going to be quite pricey for a new player to be able to do that. Granted, you can do that slowly as well, right? So if you potentially liberate her, then you get the improved range as well. So that's going to be something to consider. But if you want to start getting, copies for her, you can definitely start in this particular selector. Again, this is not like, it's not going to be a selector, right? It's still a little bit of gacha, still a little bit of randomness. So keep that in mind. So these are going to be the few ones. Of course, you can also add this Helena in here. And then you can basically, if you get this up to +5, you can pull here first. If you haven't used the thumbs up ticket, right? You can pull here first in case you get her. But if not, you can just +5 her from the other tickets that I mentioned earlier, right? Now, one more character that I think deserves a little bit more attention is of course the recent Snow Bunny Rabbit hero, which is Zenith herself. Now, I do think that Zenith is going to be quite crucial, especially if you are trying to tackle a single target enemy. Now, obviously, in most cases, in a lot of PvE situation or PvE stages, you are going to fight a lot of enemies in most occasions, but there are going to be some specific circumstances where you're going to fight just one solo enemy, one boss, and that's where Zenith shines. Alright, she shines, and you can pair her with Wilhelmina to get rid of those particular bosses' pesky little situation for sure. Now, obviously, for a new player, can be a little bit expensive. I still think that you should try to get at least one copy of Zenith because she provides a lot for the team, right? She is going to be able to do a 6 times stack of the chain, and she can also apply concentrated fire, which again, very useful if you're pairing her with Sacred Justia, right? Especially when Sacred Justia is a front hitter, so you can basically make your Sacred Justia like a skip in a way. So she can also apply vulnerability. Very useful. And of course, one of the few characters in the game that has 0 SP if you max her out. Now, you are going to need to at least +3 her to make her 0 SP, but very useful. She doesn't consume any skill points at all. Very unique, right? Now, of course, this pairs or complements really well with the other costume of hers, which is going to be this particular one. Both is going to give you that combo. This one is going to apply the chain damage taken increase. Both are going to be she's basically one of the best debuffer in the game right now, right? If you're talking about like single target debuffer. Now, if you're talking about multi-target debuffers, then we got 2 specialized one. One is going to be Livia right here. This is going to be the tracksuit Livia. I think she's very good if you're trying to run a magic team. She applies vulnerability to the enemy. And then one more character is going to be Rafina. Now, usually I would recommend players to go for Rafina, but because there's one more character that can do almost the same thing, and I think she's quite crucial for PvE as well, I would try to lean towards her. And that's going to be Blade, right? Now, in my opinion, Blade is perhaps going to be the few ones that's very important. Not only is she strong in PvE, she helps you in a lot of situations when you're trying to apply vulnerability. Granted, she can only apply one vulnerable to the main target, right, in most cases. But Blade is just such a strong character and a very unique tile range, right? So only her and Venaka has this kind of tile range, which makes her very prominent in a lot of situations. I do recommend getting her. Now, again, can be a little bit expensive as well. You want to try to get her to at least, let's say, +1 to reduce the SP. But since she's going to be there doing damage for you, you want to try to get her to as high as you can, right? But I feel like for a lot of new players, getting Blade is not going to be a bad option. She's definitely going to help you out in a lot of situations, especially if you're trying to tackle a lot of the earlier content, right? So these are going to be... So I would say this is going to be something that I would put for a new player. It does depend. There are going to be some characters that you can still put in here. Like I mentioned, Rafina is going to be a good one. It's going to be not that particular Rafina, but this one, the Game Club Rafina. So pay attention to her as well. She also applies vulnerability. Very good in a lot of raid situation. This particular one as well, Therese, can be considered. Alright, you can pair with your other Therese. It's going to give you back SP. Very cool character for sure. But you can only put so much characters right here, right? So these are going to be the 12 that I will list. Let's see. Oh yeah, Homunculus Lethal is also going to be a decent option. I wouldn't say Homunculus Lethal is a bad option. Alright, still one of the kind of unique physical buffers. But again, right now with Elena in the equation, I feel like there's less need for Homunculus Lethal, right? So it feels like, you know, the meta is leaning towards most of the time with healers and supporters that can heal as well, where Homunculus Lethal doesn't provide that in most cases. So I still think you can still use Homunculus Lethal, and he's still very strong in a lot of situations. But for the last couple of Feed Hunter, I haven't seen much players use her, right? So I mean him. Why did I say her, right? And also, he's a dude, right? So if you guys want a dude, then put him in the team. If not, you know, not that big of a deal. At the end of the day, these are going to be the few ones that I think is quite noteworthy. If you want to just prioritize on supports, you can take out either Sacred Justia or Blade to put in like one of these, right? It's up to you guys. These are the few ones that I think are going to be the prominent ones. Alright? So yeah, I think that's pretty much what it is. Again, if I miss any of the important characters, let me know in the comment section below. I do think that for a lot of new players, you are going to be quite satisfied with the cast of this particular list right here. If you can obtain, again, it is going to be a little bit random. You are going to only be able to pick 3 of the selected costumes. I mean, not pick, right? It's random between the 12. So that's going to be the stuff. Let me know what you guys think. Alright, so that's going to be it for this particular video. Wait. So there's one more. 1 pick selective draw. Okay, what about this though? What about the 1 pick selective draw? So this one is going to cost $17. Alright, you are going to need to buy this with real money, real cash. But this one on the other hand, as you can see, the 1 pick selective draw is a little bit different. This one is going to be using the selective exclusive draw. And you can do this 10 times. Alright, the probability for one of your selected costume is increased. You can select up to 10 different costumes. Now, it's not guaranteed. You can see the probability right here. It is going to be increased. It's 1.5%, right? But again, it is specifically, you can still lose. It's not guaranteed, right? You can still lose 50-50. I guess 5 star is 3%. To get the rate up for this particular one that you select is 1.5%, right? But you're basically making a targeted banner for that particular character. If you think there's a specific character that you want, to get from here, you can do that. It is going to cost you your selective draw ticket. I think it's a good choice compared to this particular one where you are like randomized between like 12 selectors or 12 selections. This one is going to be much more targeted. So if you're trying to target a specific character, a specific banner, now's a chance for you to specifically pick any of the characters that you want right here. So that's pretty much it for this particular video, I guess. Oh yeah, the gears, right? So let me just briefly mention this, alright? A lot of people like to ask me how about gears and stuff. Now, gears is going to be dependent on your account. I think like everybody's account is going to be a little bit different. It is also going to consume the same selective exclusive draw ticket. Now, I would rather use that ticket to pick a character right here than gears. Because gears, again, if you play the game in the long run, you can get, you can basically get a lot of these gears in return, right? If you play the game long enough, you get free daily pulls and stuff. That's number 1. Number 2, it depends on your account as well. So for me, you can see these are the gears that I don't have, right? I don't have all of these gears. But I do have more gears than I do have less gears. And in most cases, you want to pick the weapon slot. The weapon slot is going to be the important one. The armor slot generally is not that useful. You are better off using your craftable gears. The weapon slot is going to be usually more useful because they have 1 extra stats right there, right? That you can basically obtain. So in general, the main one that you want to consider, right? Here's the thing. Which one is going to be the priority for you, right? If you're looking to obtain one, DPS characters, that's going to be Tier. Her weapon is very important because she's one of the strongest wind type right now. I would say Blade is decent value, but she's not like the priority. The Justia's one, not this one. Justia has two gears. The Mistiltin, right? The one for Sacred Justia. You want to get that. That one is very, very strong. Especially, of course, you have to have her first. Alright, keep in mind. Darien one, very important. Olivia Terrifings, very, very good as well. Nebri, one of the best one as well. Sylvia for Primulan, yes, this is also very, very good. Also Luventia, right? Superbia, this is a very strong weapon. Wilhelmina's weapon, also one of the best one as well, because she's a very good DPS. Let's see. I don't think Zenith one is going to be that important because Zenith is a debuffer in most cases. She's not there to do damage. So her weapon, giving her extra stats, is whatever, right? Okay, Michaela is going to be quite useful as well. Venaka, very, very strong. Those are going to be the DPS. These two are going to be Grand Hilde and Glacier are both defenders, right? So their gears are going to be less important. Now you can still get it if you want, if you care about PvP, that's where they shine, right? I would say Leatrice and Loan. So those are going to be the ones. These are going to be the meta characters, right? And maybe Blade one, depending on... Blade 1 could be useful as well. So Blade is going to have one more costume coming in, I think January or February. So perhaps she's going to be very strong then. So again, like for me, like if you can see right here, it doesn't make sense for me to pull on this particular banner because I already have almost everything. The only one that I don't have is Tears, that weapon banner, right? So it doesn't make sense for me to try to get here. But if you don't have a lot of these strong weapons, definitely consider it. Like I mentioned, prioritize on the weapon slot. Alright, the armor slot, these are not so useful. The helmet slot depends, right? You can modify, but also not that important. But the weapon slot is probably going to be the most useful one in most circumstances. So yeah, that's going to be what that is for the gear stuff. So make sure you guys are aware of all of the stuff mentioned right here. So with that being said, that's going to be it for this particular video. If you guys haven't already subscribed, give this video a like. I'll try to make the priority for package list later. I have plenty of guides coming out. I know you guys want me to do fishing and stuff. Like, just give me some time, right? Because like, my god, there's just so much things happening right now. I can only do so much, right, per day. So I'll see you guys in the next one, alright? Take care, have a nice day, goodbye.